yakkers we call them. And that's so he doesn't get the other hooks in his arms. All right, our first stop in the morning's on the bait ground. This is a bit of a tradition for us. We always get a few live baits before we head out wider and chase the reef fish and the pelagics. We use one of these real fish skin leaders. This is a Wilson one. And we find this one works best in our offshore waters, and we're pretty lucky here off Brisbane. We don't have to bait the hooks or burley the bait up. We've got a good bait supply. We drop this down and let it free fall, and generally they jump on halfway down. So let's drop it down and catch some bait. So what we do is we drop this bait jig down and we wait till it stops. And generally when that line stops, we know that we've got one on there because the fish has grabbed it and stopped the sinker falling. And as you can see, we've got one here. Now it's important to be steady, but very easy on them so they don't fall off the hooks, because they tend to fall off the hooks if you go really hard and wind them up too quick. Now as you can see here, we've got a bit of a system that Dicko and I use. I'll hold the sinker and hold the hooks away with the rod, and he'll take the bait off, and that's so he doesn't get the other hooks in his arms, because they can be quite dangerous. And there we go, another nice live bait. So we've dropped this jig back down this time, and feels like we've got a full stringer. This is when you've got to be careful because they will tend to pull against each other and fall off the hook, so we just take it nice and easy. And there we go, that's what we're after. Exactly that there, a full stringer of yakkers we call them, or yellowtail, and they're an awesome bait for offshore. They're very hardy, so we're going to use them later to try and catch a big fish. All right, out of Brisbane offshore here, we've got two types of live bait that we use. One is the yellowtail or the scad, and the other one is the slimy mackerel. The yellowtail's the hardier of the two baits, so we always like to put a fair few of them in the tank first because they're going to live longer. We know they're going to be alive at the end of the day. And the slimy mackerel is our preferred bait, but they're a lot harder to keep alive, so we put less of them in the tank because we know they're going to live. We'll use them first, but then at the end of the day, we can always rely on those yellowtail to be swimming around and very live on our hooks.